わしは三好の清面じゃ。この家は鬼神など住みて人の恐れてよらぬところ。陰陽道をも極めたわしが言って諭してやろうと思う。ついてまいるか。ではついてまいれ。
Like many things in this game, surely nothing can go wrong. Ah, that same squeaky noise. Actually, let's check the references real quick. Oh, no, we can't yet. Hello there. Answer's always Demon, of course. Oh man. Yokai are right.
So この大きな何を申しておる。
恐れ入ります。この文をお読みくだされ。
なんじゃと。
ここは私が長年住んでおります家。どうかお帰りください。
何を申す。人を脅かして住まわせず強引に座るとは何事か。鬼神にもあるまじきを行い天の罰を被るぞ。出て行け。
I guess they left. So the original story of this is a little different. It seems he leaves. Like, he doesn't stick around. He, says, you know what? This is a bit much for me. I'm out of here. Here he kind of scares him off. Ah, it's the forest I was looking for. You know, the one probably filled with terrible things and unspeakable horrors. Where am I? Back at the beginning? That's interesting. The forest takes me around the place. Let's see what that was a reference to. Fright at the Oten Gate. So the story is pretty much very similar to typical ghost sightings where they see an orb. And the places we've been walking around is a Utage Pine Field, which is an open area in the western part of the Imperial Palace enclosure. To the north of the pavilion of abundant pleasure. Supposedly haunted.
おお、家を燃えておるのう。大天文が燃えておる。
You might recognize this
あ
guy.
の炎が見えるか。わしが伊豆の国に流されたのはあのせいじゃ。しつけをしたと言われてな。大納言のわしがじゃぞ。わしがおらなんだら都はもう藤原の天下よの。
So, let's go to the references real quick. The Oten Gate Conspiracy. This is what I was kind of talking about in the comments of these videos. He was accused of burning down this gate to try to frame someone else. And he was exiled. And supposedly, he became a pestilence god that turned what would have been a very fatal plague into a series of like a coughing thing. No, that's new. Hima Sutra. Zombie guests, be gone from this place. Let's see if there's a reference here. Everything in this game has a story behind it. So done. So they basically just go out and find this guy dead after the torch is out. We'll take your clothes. Sorry. Now I am someone important and I can get past these guards. Something's going down. Let's see. This is about the building. This is what we want. Emperor Kamu. He essentially set up the capital in Kyoto. But when is he a ghost? I don't know why the Emperor was a ghost, but maybe it has something to do with the plot. I'll have to read up on his history a bit. But the game does say it's a kind of psychic journey across 1,000 years. So maybe the Emperor of this kind of psychic Kyoto is the cause of this situation, of all these kind of history amalgamation thing going on. Hell, hungry ghosts, animals, asuras, humans, and heavenly beings. We've seen hell quite often. We've seen the hungry ghosts. We've seen the reincarnated dog, and we've seen the ashura. Now, what we haven't seen is the heavenly part. I do not know if that's even possible. I think I've seen some screenshots of it, but I don't know how you would get there. Maybe it's random. Or perhaps you have to donate all your money to beggars. I don't know. So we're alive again. I guess the new wasn't a scripted event. We went left instead of right. If you make a wrong turn, you just get eaten by a chimera. I suppose it was hell all along. I wonder if the player character was actually dead since the beginning, and he's just been, this whole trip to Kyoto is kind of his limbo, his kind of trial to reincarnate.
そちは何者じゃ。地獄からの使いか。おお、そうか。それはよかった。そちもかなり傷ついた様子。大丈夫か。このようなことになったのは道真のたたりであろう。だが私は道真を認めておったのだ。決して私に向けられるべき恨みではないはず。道真。
Then. And once again, I'm dead too. I guess me and the Emperor share our hell together. Hell of constant revival. The first and least tortures of the 8 burning hells. Those who kill a living creature sometime in the past fall into this hell, where they are tortured to death and then revived over and over again. One day a night here is equivalent to 50 human years, and life lasts for 500 years, it is said. Encounter hostile fellow sinners? Territorial claws turn their bones to strip their flesh. Vertigo. So I suppose we've both passed on the giver. There's Nietzsche, though. This is also based on an actual legend about Nietzsche, though.
そなたは
日蔵でございます。あなた様を地獄から連れ戻しに参りました。どうぞこちらへ。そちらはどこかで一度お会いしたことがありますね。あの時もっと修行に励んでいれば、こんな苦しい場所に落ちなくて済んだのですよ。わかっていますか？あなたも人の世に戻りますか？わかりました。それではこれから淡い青い光を目指してください。そこが人の世への出口です。
Let's see this reference. Yeah, here it is. Nichizo was the one we met earlier. He gave us a sutra, and the sutra is the only item that's actually required to pretty much beat the game, because there's some parts that you really can't get by without it. And a lot of the events in here, like I said, are actual legends or actual historical events, and you're basically like original character do not steal, kind of self-inserted. So when he did the Journey into Darkness, where he sees when he goes to the underworld and sees Daigo, you get kind of self-inserted there. It's like, oh, I was there too. Yeah, people don't really pay attention to me. I was just some commoner, but I was also rescued. There's the light. Oh man, they had to reincarnate me as fat. Here's that village that was close to hell that we remember. Kuya. Kuya we met earlier in the market preaching. And as you can read here, I recommend pausing and enlarging it for all these. A Buddhist priest, an early propagator of the Pure Land faith among the people. For years he wandered around Japan building bridges, digging wells, performing funerals for abandoned corpses, and doing other good deeds. Later, he preached to one and all in the cities and countryside, teaching people to chant the Nembutsu in order to be reborn in paradise, and became known as the Sage of the Marketplace. And Pure Land Buddhism? Doctrine that those who believe in a media Buddha will be reborn in the paradise of the Pure Land. I don't know if this has any relation to the Iko-Iki. I would have to look that up. But it seems a little familiar with their concepts about praying to kind of reach,
Namu いかなる生き物生類であっても怯えているものでも強豪なものでもことごとく長いものでも大きなものでも中くらいのものでも短いものでも微細なものでも粗大なものでも目に見えるものでも
見えないものでも、遠くに住むものでも、近くに住むものでも、すでに生まれたものでも、これから生まれようと欲するものでも、一切の生きとし生けるものは幸せであれ。もろもろの欲望に関するむさぼりを除いた人は、決して再び母体に宿ることがないであろう。ナムアミダ仏、ナムアミダ仏、ナムアミダ仏。
And that's the actual end of the game. I'm pretty sure I missed a few events. There's not too many I missed. Going by the guide I read, I missed the Tushigimo event. I missed seeing a kitsune in the forest. But I couldn't backtrack anymore once I got that minister's corpse. So that was kind of a lost cause. I don't think there was any other events. I don't think I saw New. I think there was supposed to be a point where you saw the New flying overhead. That's another legend. Where it eventually got shot out of the sky with arrows, actually. But we did encounter it in the palace, and that encounter it we quite did. Aside from that, that's most of the events. It's from going by the guide. Should be like another afterlife, I think, because I've seen screenshots of a place that looks like maybe heaven. I don't know how to get there. It looked almost like the Guanyin in the picture. But the guy doesn't list it, so I have no idea. It may be completely random, for all I know. Or maybe based on your karma. Anyway, that's been the end of this game. I wanted to finish it. Like, the last part here is obviously not that long. But I felt like I had to complete it, and I just wanted to see how it ended up. If you're really interested in the kind of Japanese history or like the religious aspects of this game, I do recommend downloading it for yourself and like going for the encyclopedia, or even looking up the guide on GameFAQs, because it lists the figures and you can like Google search them from there and kind of learn the history if you're interested in that stuff. Aside from that, I've already gone over my history with Buddhism and everything, so I won't talk about that here. And I'll just kind of sign off and say, as usual, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all later.